Good morning from a surprisingly sunny UK. I'm doing a series of videos on my book, Tapping into Ancestral Healing, which I know reads the wrong way round, but I don't know how to change it. And here are the roots that are leading to you. This is you up here, flowering and blossoming and growing. Here are the roots that are feeding you all the ancestral and family stuff. And working with clients, I realized how far back the stuff that we're dealing with goes. And I thought I'd read a little bit from the second chapter of my book, because I think it explains some of the reason I wrote the book. It's called Transforming Your Past. You are so much more than you think you are. And some of what you think you are isn't you. Did you know that who you are at this moment is the sum total of all that your parents and family and ancestors have experienced, right back to the dawn of time? Did you know that experiences you've had in other lives can still be influencing you in this life? Did you realize your beliefs and fears of ways of seeing the world are all about safety and survival? Milton Erickson, a very famous hypnotherapy that NLP was modelled from, said all problems were once solutions. And the problems we're dealing with in our lives were once solutions to an ancestor of ours, or maybe to us in another life. Sometimes we know where these things come from. We see ourselves doing the same things as our mum and our dad. But why did they do that? Who did they model? How far back down the line was that created? We're unlikely to know, but that doesn't mean we can't make changes here and now. I used to believe that we learnt to be angry or anxious, and that we modelled the people around us. And then I realised we could pick that sort of feeling up when we were in the womb. And I go through in the book ways of clearing stuff that we're carrying from our ancestors, all those old survival strategies, because we don't actually have to be told the things to believe. We just watch the people around us and make decisions based on how they're living their lives, the things they say, what they do, the way they feel. And we take that on. We think it's what I used to call the rules. And we don't really realise, because we've taken it on so early, that actually they're not the rules, they're just the rules somebody created for that family. And it's great to be able to clear the stuff that's not yours. Something created 600 years ago when the world was very different, as a survival strategy which may or may not have worked at the time, is highly unlikely to be able to work for you right now in this time. So this is about actually taking the wisdom, taking the useful things that have been passed down, and releasing the stuff that's no longer fit for purpose. And that's not about blaming those people who passed it on, because people always passed on what they had in the hopes that it would be helpful, in the hopes that somebody could do something with it. And it's probably us. We probably volunteered for that job to clear the stuff that people were carrying. And so, although I go into it in greater depth in the book, I thought we could do a little tap right now on clearing the stuff that we're carrying that isn't ours. So mostly we'll be tapping on the side of the hand. And as always, if you're tapping along with me, you're taking full responsibility for your own well-being. So even though a lot of my way of living, way of being, of seeing myself and the world was not mine in the first place. I love and accept myself and those people who passed down what they thought was wisdom. Even though I'm still living the survival strategies of generations of my family. I thank them for their good intentions. And I'm letting all parts of me know now that it's finally safe to release anything I'm carrying that isn't mine, anything that isn't me, wherever it came from, any life, any time, any dimension, any ancestry. Releasing now anything that's no longer for my highest good. Returning it to the universe with my thanks for a job well done. And I love and accept myself and my ancestors for surviving in the only way they knew how, so that I could be here right now, living this life differently. I love and accept myself and them, loving and accepting us all, keeping anything that's useful, returning to the universe anything that's not for my highest good, for recycling into something more useful, with my thanks for a job well done. Loving and accepting myself and my ancestors. So, I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to do it in more depth, then you could always buy the book. It's on my website. And if you want to work through the book with me, join me at my workshop at the end of April 2025. And it'll probably be online after that too. So bye.